Hi everyone, this is Will Kane, and I wanted to do a little announcement before the show starts that Theo and I are going to be taking a brief hiatus on the show because we haven't been able to meet to record episodes because of the continuing corona pandemic. So please enjoy this episode. We'll hopefully get more episodes out soon. I might try to do some just like single person stuff, but until then, please enjoy, and hopefully we'll be back with more Segment City sooner rather than later. Thank you.
Hey kids, you trying to get into Segment City? Well, you really shouldn't, because Segment City is a mature podcast, and listener discretion is advised. I'm just trying to look at, I know I'm in an alleyway, I know how I look, but I got some fireworks for you kids. I got snakes and I got sparklers, that's all I got. Oh, don't give me that.
Theo, you wanted to talk to me about something important.
Well, I've been meaning to talk to you, and you've been fubbing me quite a lot.
Oh, I don't mean to laugh. I know fubbing is such a big thing.
It's a serious concern.
Before we go on, what is
just what?
What is it like? I have been known to fib.
Well,
but not to
rather
fub.
than look at what the New York. Let's looking at the BBC, and the article is titled "How Not to Fub," quote unquote, your colleague, spelled PHUB.
This is a unique clickbait because it's not like I want to know what this actor looks like in 30 years.
I'm just confused.
Yeah.
And rather than actually click on it, I'd rather wildly speculate. First thought, everyone's working for home right now, okay?
Ooh.
Everyone's on that VPN.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on Pornhub, you're draining that speed. Don't fub your coworkers.
Oh, it's like FAP, but upside down. I don't know.
It's like P-Hub.
Fubbing. Maybe that's just like you're not doing your work. You're fubbing your coworkers though.
Your colleagues.
Your colleagues. You're not doing it to your work or your boss. So you're fubbing them.
You're draining that bandwidth from the VPN, baby.
It's the sound of when you fart into a chair and then you get up and then the smell gets released.
It's when you're on a Skype call with all your coworkers and you thought your microphone was off, but it's not off.
And you go,
It's when you figure out that you could eat fried chicken every day and you just go, I've just fubbed it. I've fubbed up.
I've fubbed my whole life up. I've fubbed it all up.
That is a reference to the fact that Theo told me he made fried chicken. And he's like, I didn't realize how easy it is.
I'm upset.
And I'm like, soon you're going to get me more fried chicken.
I love fried chicken. And so the other day I tried making it for the first time. And it turns out it's both delicious made at home and not that hard to make. And I'm mad that nobody told me about this. And
there's a reason.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm going to eat the fried chicken.
And I really fubbed it up. Read the article to me. I need to know or give me a quick recap of the article. I just want to know what fubbing is.
People hate being ignored in favor of a phone.
Oh, people are...
New research shows phone-obsessed bosses may cause long-term damage to employee morale.
Ooh, okay, so here's the question. Is it looking at your phone or getting called? Because I had an HR person for a company that I worked for that was infamous for calling people, and I hated it.
Yeah.
She would call me for literally like a thing that could be in an email.
Hey, William.
I'd be, because whenever I get a call, I'm just like, who died? Who's been murdered? Right. Because nobody calls. It's just like, send me an email. And it's like, what kind of computer do you want? And I'm like, fucking Mac, whatever. Like
something good?
Yeah. And she's just like, okay, bye. And I was like, why did you call me?
What?
So is it people that work calling? Is that the thing?
I think it's when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody and they're looking at their phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's the end. Oh, the speculation was more interesting
That's
than
what
the
I said.
thing.
That's what I said. Well, I told you that.
Welcome to Segment City, where we fub. We constantly
but we
fubbing.
Also wildly speculate. We love wildly speculating.
That's what we do. We also love fried chicken. I'm Will Kane. Don't make fried chicken, Will Kane.
I'm Theo Sapakos. Only fried chicken, Theo Sapakos.
We're two ends of the spectrum of fried
together
chicken.
we come together to form a moderate amount of fried chicken.
In Segment City, we have the worst barbecue place in the world. It's a KFC chain that
world famous for worst barbecue.
It's the shortest run TV show from the 80s. Like, he loves fried chicken, he hates fried chicken.
Sometimes
they run a KFC together.
Somehow the brisket is too dry and the pulled pork is too wet. Both scenarios are
just some sloppy pulled pork. Segment City is a show in which we talk about fried chicken, only fried chicken every day.
That's why we called it Segment City.
And that might be a segment of the wing in the thighs.
We should have called it Thigh City.
Oh, no, I don't like that. I mean, we do talk about erotica and shit on the show, but
only leg day here on Thigh City.
We have segments each week that some are new, some are reoccurring. The one that I'm going to be doing is a reoccurring one.
The one that I'm going to be doing is Will's.
Oh, yeah, you'll also be participating. But let's just start with a quick Will stupid thought. Maybe this is going to go a little in depth. If ghosts exist,
which they do,
why are there no animal ghosts?
There are.
Or prehistoric ghosts.
Ooh, my house is haunted by a T-Rex. It stomps these halls.
I was thinking like Neanderthals.
You're trying to sleep and you hear... Oh no, the T-Rex ghost.
It's why do they all seem to be from the 1800s or 17? Like it's never...
I just wanted to finish my business and go about being struck by a comet. Oh, I never got to finish what I wanted.
Did we already talk about this? I feel like we might have. I don't care. We're going to talk about it again.
We talk about dinosaurs and ghosts a lot, but I don't think we've talked about dinosaur ghosts.
I mean, I've heard of ghost dogs. Why are there no ghost ants?
Would you want there to be ghost ants?
No, it sounds terrifying, but they're in terms of like, because
statistics
the
say
idea behind ghosts is that it is some people say it is because of a emotional event, like catastrophic, like the Civil War battlegrounds have a lot of them, a lot of ghosts, and so like
there's not enough catastrophe that happens in an ant's life. Have you watched A Bug's Life, William?
I have. Have you seen ants? That's terrifying.
Oh God.
But they go to. I think it's just not the emotional thing that can cause a tear in time that they're imagining. Ghosts are stupid, but I love hearing about them.
About ants specifically?
No, but I do think about like if you think about it's like conspiracies, and I feel like they're kind of linked in my mind for some reason. In that, if you think and start asking basic questions, it immediately
all falls apart immediately.
So ghosts, it's like, okay, people have seen ghosts. Some people have caught pictures of them or whatever.
So they say.
But we're not lousy with ghosts. They don't come out all the time.
Maybe we're wrong about emotional trauma causing ghosts. Right?
Maybe what could it be then? Because I
don't know. It's a good question.
Because I feel like we only attribute it to humans, ghosts.
Maybe if you're so like you die of embarrassment, maybe that's how you become a ghost.
Oh, so Elvis's ghost is constantly there because he died shitting on the toilet.
All right.
There's a mammoth ghost
ghost
who went into the bog and was like, I'm too fat, I can't get out, and then he becomes one of those bog bodies.
Maybe we think of ghosts as scary because they're just deflecting their shame.
No, get away!
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
But Ghost T-Rex would be probably the most terrifying because it would be like.
Yeah.
You remember in Back to the Future 2 when there's like Jaws 3D and there's a big Jaws that comes out and bites them, but it just goes away? Yeah. It'd be like that. It would I'd probably have a heart attack. If a big T-Rex came and was like, oh, and then tried to bite, and I was like, ah.
Imagine trying to finish the business of a T-Rex. So you can lay it to rest. What did you want to do? Eat a stegosaur? I can't help you with that.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Like you're gonna be a ghost forever.
Maybe that's why there are no ghost ants and ghost other things. They don't have things to do. That's why ghost dogs exist.
Maybe that's enough justification to start Jurassic Park. Lay all those ghost dinosaurs to rest. I can finally put you to rest, boy.
That's what we need in Jurassic Park. More horror.
More ghosts.
More ghosts. It really wasn't spooky
Jurassic
enough.
World 3. It's ghosts this time.
There's just like...
Chris Pratt gotta get that Ghostbuster Chris Pratt.
That's the crossover that we need.
Gotta bust those ghost dinos.
I could... And then like... Oh my God. That would be the worst movie in the world and I would love it. It'd be the most corporate shit.
It would be amazing. The best crossover.
I don't think we're gonna make a lot.
I ain't
of
afraid of no ghosts unless it's a dino. But
that's true. Yeah, I don't think there's prehistoric ghosts because they already did their business a long time ago.
Do you think there's an expiration date on ghosts? Do you think eventually they fade?
Like if there's like a statute of limitations,
right?
On, like you didn't do your business.
The last dinosaur was like 65 million years ago. Like, sorry, buddy, you had that much time. You're not getting it done.
Is exhaust ghost dinosaurs?
You just blew my mind. Oh my god!
I did it.
CO2 is just ghost dinosaurs.
Ghost dinosaurs.
Holy shit!
We did it.
Damn,
There's
dude.
No more. This podcast is done.
Oh my god.
Well, this was Segment City. Thank you, everybody.
Fucking blew my mind, dude.
Email us at Segment City.
That's Will's smartest thought ever. That's not Will's stupid thought.
Ghosts that dinosaurs are. Exhaust is ghost dinosaurs. Yes.
Yeah. Shit, dude. Their unfinished business was to get me from point A to point B in my sick Prius.
I think we're done. I think that's it. I think we should go on to your segment.
I just, as a final note on this,
on ghosts.
Yesterday, 2 days ago.
Where is this gonna go?
I pointed out to my roommate.
I saw a ghost. It was crazy.
I pointed out to my roommate that the real lyrics to the Ghostbusters theme song are "Bustin' makes me feel good."
Yeah, that's. Did you not know?
Which we probably have talked about on this podcast before. We're only 42 episodes in and we're recycling material.
Yeah, we.
That being said, he did not believe me, and I did play it for him, and for the rest of the day, did shout at him repeatedly, "Bustin' makes me feel good."
I heard there's a guy Neil Ciceroga that does weird mashups sometimes, and one of them was he redid the Ghostbusters theme song, but the main lyric was "Bustin' makes me feel good," and it was a love song now. Bustin' makes me feel good. Was he just like, oh no, it sounds like nuts. Hey, remember in Ghostbusters when a ghost goes down on one of them?
No.
Do you remember?
No, I don't. Does that really happen?
There's a ghost that goes down on one of them.
Gross.
On Ray, I think.
Gross. Next segment.
Okay.
I have a segment for you.
Mm-hmm.
Call this one. This is going to be a start, I hope, of something. I keep saying that about my segments and they're not bringing them back. This one is going to be called The Misadventures of Florida Man.
Oh, yay! It's like
Episode 1 of Misadventures of Florida Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to read you part of a
give it to me. Just give it to me.
Florida man was arrested in High Springs after police apprehended him rolling naked in a muddy ditch and making bird noises. This article brought to you by methamphetamine. Deputies went to the complainant's home where they spotted a flashlight being turned on and off and heard unusual noises. They investigated further and found Watts in a ditch, completely nude, pacing back and forth and making sounds with his mouth, according to Action News Jax.
Action News Jax. I'm here on the scene with this methamphetamine
and
man.
I'm definitely not a superhero.
With his chisel jaw.
Chechu betcha. When approached by police, Watts attempted to escape, hiding under the porch of a mobile home. After a brief...
Wait. Do mobile homes have porches?
In Florida, they do.
What the fuck? They're settled down.
It's the Wild West down there.
It's the Wild East.
It's the Wild East. After a brief standoff, he left his hiding place and engaged with police, punching one of the deputies several times, according to reports. 2 deputies used stun guns on Watts with no effect.
I just imagined the Final Fantasy like,
He's like,
he engaged with them.
And then they're like, I know, stun gun.
Lightning.
It's not effective. It appeared to do nothing. They called for backup and were soon joined by 6 other deputies, as well as Casper, a canine officer.
A friendly ghost.
The group tracked Watts to nearby woods. When he saw Casper, the nude man got down on his hands and knees and began acting like the dog himself.
Okay.
Casper's handler...
Know thine enemy.
You gotta become the dog.
To beat the dog.
You must become the dog. Casper's handler then gave the dog the command to bring the suspect down. When the dog engaged with Watts... Watts grabbed the animal's head, bit his ear, and wrestled him to the ground.
Oh my god.
He bit a dog.
He bit a dog and he wrestled it to the fucking ground.
He definitely did become the dog.
And then he suplexed the dog.
Enraged, the dog worked its way free and bit Watts' head as he was being taken into custody. Deputies took Watts to the hospital to clean up the dog bite before booking him in Columbia County Detention Facility. He is being charged with resisting arrest with violence, simple battery on law enforcement officer, and aggravated battery on a service dog.
Jesus Christ. So what was his... Because it sounds like he was trying to do some, like, Navy SEALs maneuvers with some lights and some... Eagle 1, I'm
Let's
here.
put aside the fact that he was high and pretend that he was totally...
That he had
sober.
a plan?
Right.
Yeah, I think that might have been...
He was trying to get to the extraction point, but the dog got in his way, and he was trying to bring the dog with him.
He's a master of disguise,
He's
too.
like, listen,
he became the dog.
Listen, dog, me and you both, we can act like dogs here and get away with the alien ship, but we both have to be agreed to cooperate.
And the dog's like, cool, I'm cool.
Okay,
I'm done. He gets him on the head. I'm imagining this guy looking like Rasputin with less hair.
That's
like
pretty
with
accurate.
like bald on top, like long though, and big beard, and he's like, I gotta get to the aliens.
So
and he's
a
got the
prospector,
little...
but for aliens.
Yeah,
I'm panning for
you can
extraterrestrial life.
He simultaneously has a beer gut, but he also has, you could see
It's
his
also
ribs.
He's got
Like,
the beer
and
belly
he's got
pooch,
the, like the tiny arm, like the skeleton arms and legs,
right?
and just tighty whities because he was naked.
In a former life, I was a dog.
Oh, I am a dog.
I
now.
used to run the prairies.
My bird ancestors, they remember you, dog. Woof woof.
I'm coming for you next, Casper.
He's like, how do you know my name? You can talk.
You could talk. That was the Misadventures of Florida Man.
I loved it.
Find out next time what will happen next. Find out next time on Florida Man.
A guy goes on bath salts and gets arrested.
Yep.
That's the... Got him.
Got him.
All right, Theo. It's time for a segment that we've done before. This is D&D for two.
D&D.
In
2
which,
and 2.
You know what? It's really
just a
hard.
couple of buds doing the do and the D and the other D.
Do not say a couple of buds doing the D. Are you kidding me?
Just a couple of buds. And they're gonna roll those dice. They're gonna need your friendly advice.
You're a terror. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, D&D for two. Sometimes it's hard to get a D&D group together. So we're just doing it, the two of us.
Sometimes Will and I look at each other and we say, I need some new friends.
I say that all the time. All right, so this is the adventures of
Florida Man.
Bruno
Wizardson.
Bruno Wizardson and his quest to become the best fake wizard out there. So this... It's good to have listened to the last times we've done this. The episode numbers are in the description.
The best real wizard, or the best fake wizard out there, competing with Blavid Dane
and David Silverfield.
Yes.
So
and competing against the duo Ten and Peller.
10 is the one that doesn't talk.
That's right.
So it's good to have listened to the episodes we did before, but I will give you a recap you don't need to have listened because I'm going to do a quick recap because we haven't done it's only 30 minutes every time. So it's not like we've done like a shit ton.
The lore of this universe is only like an hour and a half.
Yeah, there's no lore. I've barely written any.
That's what you think.
So
people are going to do a deep dive on you next.
Oh shit, dude. So Theo is a halfling bard who is pretending to be a very powerful wizard named Bruno Wizardson. Him and his band of rogues go from town to town, stealing from people while he does his magic. In a tavern in a town called Clearwater, he was about to get in a wizard duel with a guy, and then a cat summoned him to a wizard tower in which he was tasked with going to a town to rid the town of an ogre. He was pushed out into a field. He has now gotten the help of the local cleric to help fight the ogre. And that's where we left off. You got the ogre. Or no, you got the ogre.
I did it!
You got him. And now the cleric named Otho and you, I think last time you said you wanted to go to the store. You can kind of if you want to rethink that. There's also another character named Dirk who
didn't want to help.
You narrowly didn't get him. You matched each other on the roll. So
I need Dirk to help me. I'm going to figure out this time on Spoiler alert, I'm going to figure out how to get Dirk to join me.
So there is a few like residential houses. Like I said before, there is there's a general store. There's the chapel that you got Otho, the human cleric. And then there's people just kind of milling about because church just got out, even though Otho was not the one who led the church this day.
Wait. Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I want to... Where am I?
There's also just
Paint
like...
me a word picture.
Well, you came out you're probably in the middle of the small settlement. It's not like big. There's no big buildings. Everything's kind of like one story, maybe 2 stories. There is an inn here that doubles as a tavern. And then people are just kind of like slowly meandering back to their houses. Some people are getting into their carts, going onto their horses because it is like they got to go back to work. They're mostly farmers in this community. What are you going to try to do?
I want to talk to Dirk again.
All right, it's me. I'm here.
Hi, Dirk.
How's it going?
Oh, right, my voice. Hey, Dirk!
Oh, I remember you now.
Well,
I see you had some good luck with Otho over there, although Otho doesn't look like he's having some good luck.
Otho said he'd like us to join you, too.
I did.
You did.
I guess I suppose I did. Did I say...
You told me yourself.
What's your name again?
It's Otho.
I'm also Otho. Nice to meet you,
You're
Otho.
Bruno. You were tasked with bringing down an ogre.
I was?
Yes.
Ogre. Oh, my congregation, what have I done? And he just starts mumbling to himself. Otho is an alcoholic, and you found him drunk earlier.
Yes.
So you're bringing Otho with you?
And you.
I know I did suggest bringing him, but now that I look at him in this state, you might need extra help.
Yes, we need you, Dirk.
I'm not a fighter.
I'm going to cast Charm Person on Dirk.
That only lasts an hour. This is going to be more of an hour.
How long is this ogre going to take?
I mean, you had to have to go to where the ogre is. Fuck. But I'm not going to like make you do travel shit. Damn it. This is a note to the audience. There's like stuff in D&D that I don't care about, which is reagents and travel time. I don't care about those. You can try to convince him again. You matched him, so he's not like hostile towards you.
All right, I'll try to match. I'll try to.
Okay, so you're going to do a persuasion.
Persuasion.
Gotta get this out.
I'm good at persuasion. That is 17.
Oh, damn. Okay.
12 plus 5.
Oh, he got a 2.
Yeah!
Okay, so you...
In the nicest way possible. Fuck you, Dirk. Just kidding.
Well, I'm convinced. You got me. Well...
I mean this with the friendliest tone of voice. I would love it if you joined us.
I know that you're probably going to die if I don't come and help you.
We're going to die regardless.
Well, you don't know that.
What is this, some sort of suicide squad?
What is this, some kind of suicide squad? Suicide squad?
Is this some sort of scuba slide squad?
All right, I'll do it. I'll help you out.
All right, Dirk.
But we got to sober him up first.
All right.
I'm fine. I'm fine, my dear young man. What's his name? There's probably I would say there's probably like at least a food stand there you could get some bread.
We're gonna go get you some grub.
All right, you could probably go to the inn. Let's go to
the inn.
Okay,
I'm gonna drag Otho over there.
You go into the inn and there's just like there's a bar and then there's tables all around and light is streaming in, so it's pretty well lit and maybe a few candles around. Mm-hmm. And a rotund looking woman is, "Hey y'all, how you doing? Come on and take a seat."
We're good. We need to get this boy some fried chicken.
Was this all a bit? Was this a bit to get to the fried chicken? And Otho just goes, "Fuck yeah." Oh, I mean, fine. Yes.
Fine. Yes.
I would love some for free.
You can stop now. He falls asleep. Damn it!
He sits down and just slams his head.
If we could get some fried chicken, that would be delightful.
Of course, we can get you some fried chicken. Let me just see what the guys in the back. And she goes back, and Dirk sits down at the table and goes, "Oh God, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die."
Dirk, Dirk,
Yeah.
I'm going to level with you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to die.
Shit.
You took that
You
pretty
can't
well. You took that
you
pretty well,
can't-
Dirk.
You can't just say that to me. Like, I know you're probably goofing,
I'm
but
goofing.
I'm
goofing. Listen,
I'm kind of...
listen, you're in the company of a wizard.
I
You ever fought alongside a wizard, Dirk?
can't say that I have.
Well, you're about to.
You're very bold. I haven't met any wizards, but I always imagine them to be more like Otho over here, just kind of a meek man.
I'm going to do a little prestidigitation and do like a coin behind his ear trick.
And he goes, "What in tarnation?"
Found this behind your ear. This is a little wizard gift from me to you. And I give it to him.
We're going to use this for the fried chicken. And he puts it down.
Good call.
And Otho just looks up and he goes, did I miss some devilry? And slams his head down again, back asleep. And the woman comes back with the fried chicken. I presume that all three of you wanted some.
For fried chicken?
You can roll. In terms of how delicious the fried chicken is,
Hell yeah.
we're going to roll twice. One for how many pieces of fried chicken
Okay.
y'all got, and once for how fucking delicious.
How fucking dank.
So I'm going to give you a D4.
How many
And
pieces
then
we got?
Yeah, of how many pieces.
Come on.
And then a
big
D20
money. Big
of-
money 4. Give me this good chicken in
of
my
how
face.
delicious it is.
Okay, here we go. It's more important to get the delicious factor than the...
Yeah, I mean, but you are wanting.
All right, we got 3, so one
You
apiece.
got 3. Yeah, okay, cool.
This fried chicken is pretty average. It got an 11 out of 20.
Oh, pretty okay. Yeah,
It's decent.
you didn't expect much. You're chewing
know?
into it. You know, it's a tiny bit dry.
Now, I might
But
just
it's
be a
tender.
simple country lawyer.
Oh, it's,
A simple country
I
wizard.
thought you were a wizard. Yeah,
Excuse me,
okay.
simple country wizard, but this is okay.
Yeah. And Otho goes, "It's so fucking fine and good."
So fine and good.
And he's just, and he kind of like perks up a little bit, and because he probably hasn't eaten a lot in the
probably
last
not.
few days, so he's
There
kind
you
of
go,
like perked
Otho.
up.
And wash it down with some water.
And Otho, and you say that to her, and she goes, "All right." And Otho just kind of like whispers, "Wine, give me wine.
It's not time for the blood of fantasy Christ.
I need some wine. Listen, sometimes you gotta get some
After the ogre. After the ogre.
All right, I think I can maybe do that." Oh, and she comes back with some water, and she goes, "Did I hear you say, ogre? You folks gonna go fight that ogre?"
That's our plan, our operating plan. You know, it's ill-advised and not a very good plan, but it's the one we're going with.
She looks you up and down, like all three of you. She goes, "Uh-huh, a little man with a big attitude, a drunkard, and Dirk over here. Who
Hey,
looks like
Missy, eyes down here. I was just
Listen,
I point down to myself because I'm lower.
And she goes, "Oh, sorry, sir, but
Do you see how we
guys,
destroyed that chicken? We're gonna do the same to
chicken
the ogre.
ain't the ogre's probably gonna go through you like that chicken."
You know what they say? Ogres, barbecue chicken.
I haven't heard that. That's a pretty, you know what, nifty. Dirk goes, "If that's a saying, it's not a good one. I gotta say, I'm not loving it." And so I think you guys, he just slides the coin to her and he goes, "This is for the chicken." She goes,
the trouble.
Thank you. And she puts it in her cleavage. Just
Okay, well.
really sticks it in there. "Thank you. Have a nice day.
Well,
And here's
people.
some water for your trouble." And she gives you like a nice canteen of water.
I didn't catch your name,
for
miss.
Otho. "You're gonna make me do that, aren't you? You're gonna make me come with Trish.
All right, thanks,
My name's
Trish.
Trish. I'll never come up again. Bye."
Thanks, Trish.
And then, so you leave. Dirk's like, "I don't exactly have gear. Well, I have gear at my house, but so can we make a pit stop so I can just load up on just basic shit?"
Oh yeah, su casa es mi casa. Let's go.
That's not the saying.
Well,
Otho goes,
Otho-
casa,
soup.
soup casa.
We're going to soup casa.
I
Otho,
love that place. It's so good.
soup casa es mi casa.
Soup casa is... I'm Otho. My name's Otho.
Okay, Otho. Someone just keeps hitting the factory reset button on Otho.
He's sobering up. He's getting a little bit better. There. He's walking a little bit straighter because you gotta just like walk probably like 30 minutes. Well, actually, I think Dirk would be a kind of guy who would have a cart that he would drive into town. He's like he's doing pretty well. He's a big, strong guy. He has a farm that's prospering. So you get into his cart and you ride a little bit down the road to his farm stand. And almost picturesque, you see his wife at the door, and she's like on one of the things. She goes, "Dirk, is that you, honey?" "Yeah, I'm here. I'm back." And his like beautiful children come running out, and they're just like really just.
I'm really about to kill
perfect.
This man.
It's like the perfect family. He's like the perfect family man. And she goes, "Otho, is that you old drunkard?" And he goes, "Ma'am." And he tries to tip his hat. He doesn't have a hat. He doesn't have a dang hat. But he goes inside and he's like, honey, I need to do something. And you're not going to like it. And they go inside together and you hear some yelling.
I'm going to charm the wife.
That's okay. You're going to bust in and do his maritable.
I kick down the door and cast charm person.
Oh my God. You bust in the door and she is like pointing fingers and they both just kind of look at you. And are you just going to go, razzle dazzle?
I'm going to go, soup casa.
And you hear Otho from us go, soup casa.
Soup casa.
Do you have to roll for something for charm person?
She has to do a wisdom 13 saving throw.
Oh, okay.
How wise is she?
I feel like she's okay wise.
She's okay wise.
Not wise enough.
Not wise enough.
She is charmed.
Soup casa.
And she just kind of goes like, honey, whatever you need to do, I believe in you. And he like...
I give him a big...
He looks and he goes, what did you do to my wife?
Wizard.
Wizard tricks. All right.
It's okay. No harm, no foul.
As long as she's back to normal.
1 hour. That's it.
All right. I'm going upstairs. And he goes upstairs and you hear like rustling and stuff for a little while.
It's like, so you got any soup around this casa?
I'm also interested in some soup. This is Otho. And she goes, I have soup. I'm very charmed by you. You both are such wonderful boys.
They call us the Wonderful Three.
Let me make you some soup. And then she goes into the kitchen and starts just like real hardcore going at some soup.
I love it. Soup Casa lives up to its name, eh, Otho?
Who are you again?
Oh, damn it, Otho.
Well, I don't know much about you. Oh, well. And then Dirk comes down, like clinking down, because he has some rusty-ass chainmail on.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
It'll do the job. It still is like chainmail, but it has spots of rust on it.
All right.
And he has a short sword with him and a shield. Dirk is a level 1 fighter.
Quite the knight there, Dirk.
Don't call me that. I am not. You can call me Dirk. That's my name.
Knights of the Dirk Republic.
That you're just goofing on me now.
Knights of the Dirk Table.
I feel like you are just gonna be goofing.
The palace guards, Dirk's watchmen.
We're gonna kill an Otho. What do you think about all this? Knight Templar of the soup.
There, got him. You got him, Otho. Good job.
Hey, high five.
High five.
You know, I'm slowly forgetting that I doomed my congregation.
Oh, no. Oh. Here, eat this soup. It'll make you feel better.
You're not wrong.
Here you go.
And she's just like, she's bringing out soup, and he goes, what are you doing? Focus, Dirk. Focus.
All right. Soup up, and then we roll out.
Okay. And I think that Otho also has, because he is a cleric of, what's the healing one? I always get it confused with light. Light is like fire magic. It's life cleric. Dumb.
Good old Otho.
I'm dumb.
Get a life, eh, Otho?
So they have heavy armor, which I think he doesn't. He has like moderate. He's not wearing chainmail. He's wearing kind of like pieces of plate over his robes that are soiled and not particularly. Mm-hmm. So he gets like decent coverage. And then he has a warhammer also, which is dope. He kind of slung it out and he's been dragging it behind him, kind of dragging along like he's one of the peanuts with the blanket along the ground. So what would you like to do now? So you guys are geared up
We're suited up
to a suitable extent.
Dude, we're fully kitted.
We're fully kitted. Do you want to head out somewhere? What would you like to do?
Well, how much information do we have about this ogre? And what time of day is it?
You know the general location of the ogre, which is near, like, just because you have Dirk and Otho. If you didn't have them with them, I would be like, okay, talk to people. But they know because they kind of helped set up, especially Otho, that it is towards the, like, remember, there's two sets of woods. There's one that was like down to the south and one to the north. The one to the north is where they said it was. All right. Like near.
And what's the time of day?
Forest. It's kind of getting a little bit afternoony. It's starting to, like, light is starting to wane. You're probably going to have to make camp between.
Yeah, I think we'll head towards the forest and we'll make a camp.
Okay. So you set up a camp, and Otho at this point is like starting to really, and he goes, are we really gonna be to be fighting an ogre? I don't know if we should be doing this. I should be with my congregation.
I'm gonna play him a soothing song on my lute.
I told them that our God would be with them, and they believed me, and I.
Do you believe it, Otho?
Do I believe in my God? I'm starting to wane.
Starting to wane? Is it tied to your alcoholism?
Maybe.
Oh, Lord.
And Dirk puts a strong-ass hand on his shoulder, and he's like, Otho, we can do this.
We can do this.
You know why? We have a wizard with us.
I give them a shit-eating grin.
And you know what? Even though he charmed my wife, and I don't know much about magic, but I think that's
I'm like
a lot.
That's several magics.
I don't know much about those magics, but sure. Now, how about we just get some sleep, and also
I'm going to insist on practicing the lute. I'm going to have to insist
on what?
Practicing my lute.
Okay. How good? Do a performance check.
I'm great at performance, my guy. As long as I don't roll a 1. What did I get?
Oh, it rolled.
17 plus 5.
Oh, you fucking are jamming. You're having a like it's a perfect. You're getting like the mood down, like it's a nice like country night kind of thing, and you're getting that mood. And they're like around the fire and they're like kind of jamming, but then it starts like waning down, and you start doing like a little twinkle twinkle, like some like a nice remix of it, which is like is dope, but also comforting. Like it's not one of those remixes that like really jams. It's like
they fall into an intellectual sleepiness.
Yes,
a thought-provoking sleepiness.
And Otho is like, maybe we could have some of the wine that you brought.
I think we're sleepy. Did I bring wine?
I think you like mentioned after we're done.
No wine tonight, Otho. That's for tomorrow's celebration after the ogre's dead.
When we get into some battle, maybe you could spare just a cup for me.
We'll see.
Before just to get my strength up, to really bolster my confidence. Can you not tell Dirk
to kick this thing, my guy?
Can you not tell Dirk that I asked for this?
Mum's the word.
That's not the thing that they say. I don't know about.
Mom's your uncle.
All right, good night. Are you sure you haven't been drinking yourself?
Mom's my uncle. No, I haven't been drinking. It's time for bed, Otho.
All right, and you go to sleep. And then you wake up in the morning, and kind of Dirk is already up, and he's stamping out the fire. He's like, already got you some breakfast.
Somebody's revved up and ready to go.
If I'm going to die, I'm going to do it actively. It's going to be a real active
It's going to be a verb.
It's going to be a verb. And Otho is like, oh, my head. Oh, I got a real bad hangover. It's been collecting over time.
I don't think that's how that works.
I think it does.
I think that A nice morning walk will help. Will help you out, Otho.
Hopefully it'll do something. Okay. And so you guys kind of travel.
Why don't we do a little morning yoga to help warm you up, Otho?
Do a yoga check.
Is that an athletics?
Yeah, do an
or
athletics
acrobatics.
Athletics.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're like actually. Let me roll for these fools. 8.
Nice.
And 1.
Wait, who's
Okay,
who's
Dirk is like doing okay. He's not used to yoga. He's never done yoga.
Like, I'm a straight man.
And he's like,
I don't bend like this.
he's just like, he is a stiff kind of farmer man.
Yes.
Like he gets up, he tends his crops, and then he goes to sleep.
Yep.
So he's kind of stiff, but he's like, oh, okay. Otho is just like, he falls over many times. He's constantly eating shit.
Like, you know what?
And
We're
it
going to
only
lay
makes his
back.
headache way worse because he keeps hitting his head.
Pose now, Otho. Just stand up tall.
Oh, just like my God. Let me look up. Shantea, give me strength. He falls over.
Oh, no. Well, I hope you feel revived and woken.
I think Dirk feels a little bit. He feels pretty normal. He's like he stretched out a little bit. He's feeling a little bit limber, but he was already kind of like antsy. Otho feels like shit. He feels worse.
He feels worse.
He feels worse. So you
like
guys
like me IRL after yoga.
Yeah, that's true. So you keep on marching to and then you get to the edge of the forest. It is a dark, dreary ass place. There's almost it's even though it is like midday. By the time you get to it, it is very dark in this forest. Giant trees, like a little bit taller, and they're kind of pine trees along with some oak kind of things. And there's like a ground of not a lot of grass, a lot of dirt and pine needles and stuff.
Forest floor.
Yeah, forest floor. So it's a very dark forest. How do you want to proceed into this forest?
Can I look around for tracks?
You can. I think that would be a survival. You can also with party members, if you think that a party member would be good at a thing, you can task them with doing the role.
I'd like Dirk to make the role.
Okay. That is
He's
probably
better
a
at surviving.
That is a good option.
Your boy is kind of a city dweller.
That is a 6+.
Regardless, a 6 is not going to be that good.
No, it's not going to be great, but it's not going to be terrible. No, he has animal handling and insight, but he has +1 to wisdom, so he gets a 7.
Hey, Dirk, can you handle Otho? He's kind of an animal.
He's he is like, there's a lot of different tracks. Also, these pine needles are kind of covering a lot of stuff up. So I can get a vague direction, but it might lead us somewhere different. Maybe I should ask Shantea.
You feeling particularly connected this morning because of the yoga?
No.
Well, give it a go anyway. That sounds like a nice idea.
Shantea, please, Shantea.
I do a little loot.
Shantea, please.
Little vibing with him.
He kind of just holds his warhammer in front of him and like a dowsing rod just lets it drop.
Okay.
And then he goes and picks it up and then lets it drop again until he starts like getting a line to guide him.
Hey, Otho. I turned to Dirk and I'm like, this is a pretty half-assed religion you guys got in this town.
Oh, Shantea. He goes, listen, it's not a...
It's not a science.
I married into it. It's not exactly a science.
You have a big, what's the name of the religion?
Oh, it's just like agriculture. Like then the deity is Shantea.
Do you have 2 weddings? Did you do a Shantea wedding and a normal wedding?
My god is the god of necromancy, actually.
Oh, Dirk.
Yeah.
Man of the people.
Yeah. The man of the dead people. No, that's a goof. It's a big old goof. You think it's goofy as shit. He starts leading you in a direction that kind of looks okay. It looks like
I've got nothing else to go. I've got nothing else to go off of, so I can keep following him.
I'm gonna do a quick
dowsing rod check.
Oh, he's actually fucking killing it. He's
actually killing it.
He's going faster and faster. Like he's getting a groove going.
Oh,
even with his headache, he's like feeling Shantae right now.
Wow, good for him. He's channeling.
And he keeps dropping it until he drops it, and then it's into a like kind of small clearing with one edge along kind of like a big almost cave in a hill.
Mm-hmm. A boss arena.
But it has a door.
As an actual door?
It looks like somebody took a bunch of bark and kind of like stripped a tree and like put it up. And it has a tiny window and you can see kind of like lights within it.
Oh.
Also,
maybe this will be a civilized boy.
Do you have night vision?
I have night vision goggles. I used to be SEAL Team 6.
Oh shit, dude. Meth Head 6.
I do not.
Okay. Well, do a quick perception, because you might want to do a perception just to kind of like scope out the entire, because you see this door and this light pretty.
8.
You notice that it's like more, it's kind of cleared out in a way that has a semblance of like logic to it.
So it could be like we're stomping through someone's garden if we go through this.
Yes.
All right. I'd like to not stomp through this garden, but approach the front door with caution and stealth.
And Otho's like, do you really want to? Do you want to do this? Do you want to just stomp up to the? Okay.
Not stomping. Okay. Approaching cautiously, Otho. Have some goddamn faith.
Do you want them to come with you,
Arthur?
do you want them to come with you, or because they're hiding in the bushes right now?
I'll have them stay in the bushes.
Okay, so they're coming. They're in the bushes.
I'm gonna stealth.
Okay, do a stealth check.
Stealth on the shelf. 21.
Damn. Okay, so you're just like, you slip and you're just like,
I fucking slip and slide up to the door.
What would you like? So you just like slip. You're just in at that door. What would you like to do? And it is mostly
can I go
a
to the window and try to get a peek?
Oh yeah. I mean, you can kind of look in through. There's a hole in the door, and there is like a makeshift window, but it's not very big. Do just like a quick perception check.
Percepting things. 14.
You see like a pretty well lit room with a table and a bed that everything looks pretty oversized.
I have a distinct feeling I'm going to be getting told to get out me swamp pretty soon. I can feel it coming.
You can feel the swamp?
I can feel the
swamp energy?
The swamp energy runs deep in this place.
All right. Well, what would you like to do?
I'd like to confidently knock on the door.
Knock, 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 knock. Knock, knock. And you hear like a scuffling. And then the door slowly opens and you see an eye. And he opens the door and it's an ogre.
Yeah.
It is and he goes, "Oh, hello. How are you?"
"Hey there, chap. I'm with Barnstaby's traveling seed salesman, and I noticed you had a quite fine garden out here, and I was wondering if you would be interested in our wares."
I mean, I could. It is a little bit barren.
Yes, it quite is, and we might be able to help you out for that.
Say, you wouldn't be here to kill me, would you?
Again, traveling seed salesman, totally unequipped to kill you. And far be it from me to say that you should be dead. You haven't done anything wrong.
Do a deception check.
I'm good at deception. 13.
The fact that you have probably a sword on you.
He goes, "What's with the pointy?"
Well, there's a lot of, wolves. I just came through a forest to come visit this house. It's pretty far from the nearby village, and I'm trying to meet my quota.
Well, all right. Come on in.
All right. Thank you, sir.
He opens the door fully, and you see a ogre that is not a particularly big ogre. Oh. Like, from like, what you know... What I presume that you tell people you know about ogres.
Yes.
Like, I presume that you have told people that you've killed an ogre.
Yes.
Just because you are...
a con man.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've probably killed everything. But from your meager research, you know ogres are supposed to be fucking massive.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty runty compared to most ogres. And also, he's wearing a pink apron.
Uh-huh.
And he seems to be... has a oven mitt.
You've got quite a mighty fine home here.
Thank you. Oh, I think the things are almost done.
And he goes and he goes and he opens up the oven. We're actually getting to time right now. I should have cut it off at a funny point, but now we've gotten a little too far. So I don't know where we should cut it off.
We can cut it wherever.
Okay. From the bushes, all that Otho and Dirk sees is opening the door, you chatting, and then him letting you in. And then him kind of like looking around and then closing the door. Silent freak out from Dirk and Otho. And I think that's where we can cut it. Is you are now in the ogre's lair.
I am in the ogre's lair.
All right, that is the end of our segment, D&D for 2. Do you have another? That one went a little long.
That's all we got.
I think that's where what we're good with. Thank you, everyone, for enjoying our little fantasy world.
Fantasy worlds, fantasy boys, doing our fantasy games.
Tell us if you like the segment. If you enjoy the show, email us at segmentcitypodcast@gmail.com.
Follow us at Segment City.
Leave us ratings, reviews. This is how we know that people enjoy the podcast and are listening and enjoying. And please support us and send any like individual segments to people you know, because that's how we grow our fan base.
If you know me in real life and you listen to this and you haven't given us a review, shake my damn head.
It takes two. I know it's like I'm a person that is like a person on Reddit who doesn't post a lot.
Lurk.
Like I'm a lurker.
I lurk. I can relate.
But like this is us as people saying it'll take you 2 seconds and it really does help. And also we have on YouTube, our YouTube channel, Segment City. Mm-hmm. We have individual segments, which makes it easier because we know it's not an easy pitch of like, it's just two funny guys and they do segments. And everyone's like, isn't that every show though? Don't they have segments? And it's like, no, it's specifically like a variety show.
We are wholesalers of segments. They all originated here. Mm-hmm. Everybody took their segments from us and claim ownership.
That's true. Every single one.
That's right.
Anyway,
thanks to Rachel Robinson. She did our intro music. She has her own segment. Nope, our own podcast.
We could make a segment about how great she is.
Yeah, it could be a segment. She has her own podcast, Create Loud. You can check it out and should check it out.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna do it for us.
I think we should move on.
All right.
We should move on from the podcast.
All right, thank you everyone for listening, and have a good time.
I'm
Play some D&D.
I'm gonna roll a D20 to end the podcast. Here we go.
It's gonna be 1.
It's a 2.
Shit. Okay, it was a bad ending, and we're just gonna end it now.
Fuck.